If you're a businessman or an entrepreneur who wants to launch their own food delivery app with multiple vendors, you have come to the right place. Hi guys, this is Pargat. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. And today in this video, I'm going to walk you through our highly advanced and white label ready to use multi-vendor restaurant management solution with mobile apps integrated with our last mile delivery solution as well. If you want to build your own branded food delivery solution like DoorDash, Talabat, Grubhub or Uber Eats, do watch this video till the end. Next, we will move on to our mobile app. Let's get started.
So starting with the Grub demo app on our iPhone, we also will open the Grub dispatch app for the agent parallelly on another phone. So in the app, you will see the hyperlocal options at the top where you will select your current location. You also have the options to search vendors, products and categories. Then we have all the top categories here and our top restaurants. And here are the banners that we added on the admin panel. Going through the account section, we have the user's basic info, ability to change password, add multiple addresses. We have the subscriptions as well. We have the loyalty. Each user is also given a wallet where they can add funds. And we have the wish list as well, and links and sharing app URLs. Also in the settings, you will see the option to use the app in dark mode. So the app looks pretty fine in dark mode as well. For the demo, we will move back to light mode. You can also toggle the currencies and languages here. And we have the option for contact us support through Zendesk and my stores, which are the stores which this user has been given access to as a vendor. So going back home, so we will start with Monroe's Place. So in Monroe's Place, we will try to place an order. So these are the tags that you see, and we will place an order using, let's say, we will go with sweet potato pie. And here are the add-on options with minimum and maximum one selection allowed only. So we can add another value. So going to the cart. So here are the products, two different potato pies with different add-ons. You have the option to add on another tips. And you can select a payment method. We will go with cash on delivery. And we will place an order here. So as you see, this order, it is waiting to be accepted. And as we accept this order, the status will change. Now this order will be notified to the driver. So as we accept this order, so here are the different statuses. So the driver has to start to go to the vendor first. And the driver is now heading to the store, as you can see. Now the driver is arriving at the store. And here you can see the driver has arrived. And these are the proofs that the driver has to submit. These are all dynamic from the dispatcher panel. We will walk through this next after the order placing. So now the driver has arrived at the vendor place, and now the driver is waiting for your order. Meanwhile, the vendor marks this order as ready, and now the driver will start again. Now the driver would be heading to user's location. Driver is heading to you, and now the driver is arriving. And the driver has arrived. Again, we have proofs which are dynamic. We will discuss this. And the order is now delivered. So going back to my orders, past orders. We have the ability to repeat this order and also the ability to rate and write a review as well. So that's the user app for you.
So I will be starting with our highly advanced admin panel with a robust dashboard which gives you everything you need to run, manage and scale your food delivery business. So without any further ado, let's start with the demonstration of the admin panel. Here you can see the three options of delivery, dine-in, takeaway, various categories, and here are our top vendors and various offerings. We will start with our admin panel by logging in with admin credentials. And then we will see the option of control panel, and this is our main dashboard. So we have a lot of options here. We will start with profile and then go one by one. So on profile you get to set your logo and your basic credentials. The important part is the time zone, which is important for correct push notifications, and your country. This is the country whose country code will show as default for website and mobile sign up. Then we go to customize. On customize, you see a lot of options to customize the platform according to your needs. Starting from the top left, we have the admin panel's dark and light theme options. We will stick with light theme for this demo. Then we have our second option of date and time formats. Then we have the option to add multiple languages. We have to set one primary language and then we can set additional multiple languages. There are a lot of languages in the system. Then we have our primary currency and then you get to choose your additional currencies as well. We will stick with INR for this. And then you have your distance to time calculator. This is used to estimate the preparation and delivery times. In this system, you can have various types of vendors. You get to select this option on a per vendor level as well. You can also authenticate users by email and phone. This can be set as a compulsory requirement. You can also allow the order to be editable by the driver. Also, here you see the option of vendor registration documents. So as the vendor signs up, you can require these particular variables. It could be a text, image, PDF, or a multi-select option. Then here are your tags like veg, vegan, non-veg. You can create dynamic tags and assign them on a per product basis. Then we have the option to allocate your custom domain to customize the platform. You can link your iOS and Android apps here. Also, you can add your social media links here for various different social medias to be shown on the website's footer. And then here is the nomenclature for various options in all the different languages we have set here. So as you add more languages, you will get the option to set more nomenclature variables. So you can set different terms for your vendors. You can call them restaurants, you can call them food chains, however you want it. And there are multiple options for various different variables. Moving on, next we have is app styling. Here you have the option to modify and customize your app. And here you get to change the font styles. Here you get to change the base and primary and secondary colors. You also have five different options for your tab bar. And then there are 4 different options for your homepage style. The last one is the most latest one and this looks the best. Otherwise, it's a simple pull to refresh. So you can select a different demo and just pull to refresh on your app and the template will change. Here are your tutorial images which show up for the first time when someone installs your app. Here are the options for web styling. Here you have the option of setting a favicon, your primary and top header colors. You can give your users the option to have day mode, night mode, or both. And here are some customizations of how you want your platform to look like. And then you have your various homepage template styles. We have the third one, which is the most latest one. And then we have the contact us section if you want to have age restriction pop up if you sell products like which are illegal in some territories like cannabis, etc. Then you have your homepage sections. You can drag and drop these sections. You can rename them as well. I can show you an example. So these all different sections can be drag drop, and there are multiple other options like you can also place dynamic HTML as well. Moving next, you have the option to create multiple dynamic pages.
For example, we have here terms and condition, privacy policy. We have the option for a vendor registration page. To show you as an example, this is how the page will look like. And here are the various variables that you can ask your vendor to fill. Going next, we have the option to create an FAQ page as well. So here you can add different questions and answers. And this is how the FAQ page looks like. Going next, you can also customize your emails for a new sign up, a new vendor sign up, or forgot password and OTP. So you can modify these text according to your needs. Similarly, in the content management system, we have the notifications. So you can change the text of these notifications as well. Moving to the heart of the system, the catalog. So here you set up various categories of your platform. You can create them in n level of hierarchy. So you can set this as a subcategory of another option as well, and you can drag and drop and change the sequence as well. So when you create a category, you get to add the title of the category in multiple languages, English, Spanish, Arabic for us, and we can add more languages. This category, once clicked, can show vendors or products or subcategories, and then you can decide what will happen on the subcategories click as well. And you can also set if this is a subcategory of some other category. Then we have the variant options. So the variant options is needed sometimes for food demos and sometimes it is not. So you get to create multiple options for your variants. For example, you can offer different weight sizes, different sizes. But this is just a nice to have feature. The system will work just fine without this. And then you have brands as well, and then you can associate products with these brands. Going to the configuration, the first option you see here is the hyperlocal option. So this is what decides if you want to show your vendors to just the users that are being served by that vendor or everyone. So if you disable this, then the platform works like Amazon, where you see all the vendors all over the place. And if you enable it, then it works like Uber Eats or Zomato, where you only see the vendors that serve to your area. And once you enable it, you get to set a default location. In case you do not get the location of user's device, then the vendors are shown based on this default location. Moving on, then we have our social login option. So you can have Facebook, Twitter, Google, and Apple logins and set up their keys here dynamically. Then you have the option to set up your Google Maps keys, your SMS configuration for Twilio and other services to send messages to your users. Then you have your SMTP credentials to send emails from the platform. You also have the option to have customer support through Zendesk, and also you will need to configure your Firebase notifications to send push notifications. Here are a lot of custom mods that we offer in the platform, and we keep building more and more of these mods every other day. So there are some mods which are enabled, and for example, you can isolate a single vendor order. So these are the relevant ones to food delivery, and isolate single vendor order. So only you can order from one vendor. Otherwise, if you disable this, the system allows you to order from multiple vendors as one order. And then you have the option to toggle tips before or after the order. You have the option to provide subscriptions. There is a product order form, minimum order and batch increment. There is a max safety badge that shows on vendors. So here are a lot of options which keep on getting added as we go. Then we have the taxation of the platform. Here you add a main tax category, and then you add sub taxes under that category and the rates accordingly. And these taxes are then allocated on a per product basis. So when you create a product, you set which tax category applies to it. Then you have payment options. So these are the multiple payment gateways that we have in our system. As we go, we keep adding more and more of these payment gateways. And if you work with us, we offer one custom payment gateway included. Then we have our delivery options. So for last mile delivery, we have Royo Dispatcher, which is our own in-house solution, which provides you with the last mile delivery solution with the driver app and the complete oversight management and driver payouts. But if you want to have a third-party solution like Lalamove, Dunzo, or ShipRocket, and then you can have those as well. So you can enable them, work with their representatives and get your API URL and API key. And also you can override the fares that you get from Dunzo, for example, and you can set your own fares. Moving on next to some marketing features, which are your web and mobile app banners. So these are the ones that show on the home page. You can set a certain duration for these, enable them or disable them. And similarly, we have mobile app banners. You can enable them, disable them, and also set them if they will target to a vendor or a category once a user clicks on them. Then you have our promo codes. So we have a very powerful promo code management system. So once you create a promo code with a title, short description, then you can set if it's a percentage discount or a fixed discount, and you can also set expiry to this promo. This promo can also allow free delivery and can only apply on first order if you want. Also, you can set if this promo code discount will be paid by the admin or the vendor. So if it is set to vendor, then the discount will be deducted from the vendor. Otherwise, if it is paid by the admin, then the vendor will get the full payment. Then there are other variables like minimum and maximum amounts, the limits per user, a total limit. And also you can set the promo code to public or private. So if it is public, any user can see it once they're in the cart. If it is private, then the user will have to enter this promo code manually. And this promo code can be restricted to a vendor or multiple vendors or products, with the restriction being to include or to exclude. And moving on, next we have our loyalty options. So in loyalty options, what happens is that we have multiple plans, and the base plan has to start from 0 points so that the user can start earning points. And so this is the amount of earnings of loyalty points that they will earn with every order. And this point is directly proportional to the amount of order. So if someone has ordered for 100 INR, then they will earn 10 points because the ratio is 1 to 10. And so on and so forth. So you can change this dynamically, and you can keep increasing the amount of points they earn with the newer plans. And once they earn points, you can set that those points are correlational to how much real money. So you can set that 1 point means $1 or 100 points mean $1. So you can set that here. Then there are some tools that we offer. So these tools are to copy the vendor to another vendor. And also we have the option to apply certain tax category to certain product category in mass in one go. And also we have an option to upload multiple images here in case you need to host images on this platform and use them elsewhere. So these are main options of the system which you need to configure to get it working. Now getting to the main system, which is the multiple vendors list. So for this demo, we have 5 different restaurants, starting with, let's say, the Golden Spoon. And so in the Golden Spoon, you see their catalog, you see the settings that they have. Starting from the top, it is the order preparation time. So it is a default preparation time that we will show the user, and we will add their distance and give them an estimate delivery time based on this. Then we have 24/7 availability. If we switch it on, then the platform is available all the time. If you switch it off, then you have to enter multiple slots, and you can enter separate slots for dine-in, takeaway, or delivery. So a restaurant might offer dine-in till 8 p.m. but takeaway can be offered till, let's say, 10 p.m. So we give full flexibility for each day of the week. Then we have our slot duration. So each slot, so once you're scheduling an order, we give the customer the option to schedule it in multiple slots. So you can set the slot duration to any time here. So if you are offering from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., so your slots will look like 9 a.m., 9:15 a.m., 9:30 a.m., and so on. And then there is an option to auto accept order. So as the order comes, it will automatically accept it and will not wait for the vendor to accept it. Otherwise, the system will wait, and the system will auto reject the order in certain minutes. So for example, after 5 minutes, the system will auto reject the order. And then you have the option to offer returns or not. And so there are the absolute minimum order value. So below this value, we will not allow the user to place an order. Here are some options for the admin to set for this vendor if you want the vendor to show their profile details, their email and all on the vendor page or not. And here are the commissions for the admin. So the admin can charge the commissions in % or fixed per order,
or the admin can charge a bonus service fee on top of the order value. So this can be in percentage as well. Next, we have the category setup. So you can set which categories this vendor can add products in. This is also only visible for the admin. So here are some templates I will show you. So once you go to the vendor detail page, so this is the template which is categories plus products. So this is how your vendor detail page looks like. And here are all the products. I will disable 24/7 availability and show you the calendar as well. So on the configuration page, you see weekly slots. So starting from, you can set like from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You can set this for certain days, let's say all the days, for dine-in, takeaway and delivery. So this is how it is set. You can disable it for a certain date, that for this date you want a different schedule and whatnot. And then you have multiple tables, and you can create their table names and offer this in table booking option when the user selects dine-in. Then you have their categories and add-ons. So here are the categories. If you allow the vendor to add more categories of their own, they can add their own subcategories. It's a similar flow. And next we have the add-on sets. So the best example of add-on sets is what you see on Subway. So when you order from Subway, there are multiple options for veggies, there are multiple options for sauces. So you can create all the different options, you can set a price, and you can offer minimum and maximum range for selection. So you can select the minimum amount of values that the person has to select. So in the add-on sets, the most common example would be Subway. So once you create an add-on set, you can create the option name, then you can create multiple options. For example, for different sauces, you can set a certain price for them, and you can select the minimum and maximum range. So how many options the person can select maximum of these, and how many options the person has to select minimum. So this is how it works, and you can add each of these names in different languages, in Spanish and Arabic. Then we have the payout options. So here for payout options, we have Stripe checkout. So the person has to connect to Stripe first. So the vendor has to be connected to Stripe. Stripe does their own KYC. And once that is done, you can request payouts. You can also request payouts off the platform. And so here you see a brief of all the lifetime order value, the admin charges, the discounts that have been given by the vendor, and any past payouts from the platform. And you have this many available funds, and you can select a payout for off the platform. For Stripe option, you have to connect to Stripe, and then you will see that option here as well. So you can select any amount that is less than the available funds. So this is how the vendor looks like. Going on to the product detail page. So when you create a product, you create the product's name, and a URL and SKU is generated based on that. I will just show you for example. So for example, if you create a product and if you want to offer a cheeseburger, so the SKU and URL slug are generated, and you can modify these at your own terms, and you can assign them a category. And once you go into the product detail page, you see the SKU, URL slug, the category. You get to add the product name and description in multiple languages, and that you can see here. Here are the SEO meta titles, keywords and descriptions. And here is the pricing information. So there's a price, there is a compare at price if you want to show a certain discount. Then you can track inventory or just not track inventory, and you have also the option to sell if it is out of stock. You can also set the minimum number of orders that you can place. So if there's a product that you want a minimum order to be of 5 and the increment to be of 2, so you can do that. Then there are some other fields like new and featured. So the admin can mark a product new and featured. These are not visible to the vendor. Then you have the option if the product requires last mile delivery. So there are some products that might not require a delivery, and there are products that will require. So in that case, you have to enable this. You can mark this product live or draft, and then you have your brand and tax category options. So you can set all these options in mass as well. You can do this together as well. So there are some delay times here. So this is more relevant to industries like bakeries. So if you want that a certain order for cake, let's say for a certain cake, you need at least 24 hours in advance. So you can set that the order will be delayed by 24 hours for delivery or dine-in or takeaway. So you can set different values. There are multiple images here. Then you have the option to relate multiple add-on sets with this product. So like a Subway burger, you can give them the option for different ketchups, and so you can have as many add-on sets as you want. You can relate this product, you can show cross-sell and upsell products, so which show in different areas like the cart and related products, etc. You can also associate tags with this, like the tag of non-veg or veg. And so there are product order forms which gives you questions, so the user can ask questions. So if you want to ask something, like for example when ordering a cake, you want to ask what name to type on that, so here is the field for that. Going back to the vendors, so when you create a vendor, so you see all these options where you can search a user, or you can create users here as well with their password, and these are the users that will have access to this vendor. And you create a vendor simply by adding a logo, a banner image. The minimum required fields are just the name and the address. So this is the address, and so these are the advanced details. I want to show you one more thing which is linked to the hyperlocal. So we will go back to configuration and we will enable hyperlocal and setting it default to Chandigarh. So going back to restaurants, so we will select the restaurant and go to configuration. Now you see various areas that are marked, so we can delete them and redraw them. So you get to draw each geofence. So you get to draw a geofence as custom as possible, and then if you want to do it quickly, you can just enter a distance, and then this will draw a certain radius around it, which will show the restaurant to the people in this area. So that's how this works. Moving forward, we have accounting, so we will go over it briefly. So here are the different orders and their values and their statuses. So you can filter them and sort them, and you can see all the detailed values. You can also export in CSV with all the commissions and all the detailed order values. You can also see how much money that you have spent with loyalty and how much people have spent using it, and then also you can see how much money has been spent using promo codes. So in this demo there is no discounts that have been set, so but as you go and as you place orders with vendor paid promos or admin paid promos, these numbers will increase. And similarly, here you see the taxes that you owe the government, so you will see the different taxes that you owe, and you can filter based on that. So yeah. Then you have your different vendors. You see their order values and how much money they earned and how much money they earned you in commissions. And this option is for the admin to view all the payout requests placed by the vendor. Here you can create multiple subscription packages for your customers and for your restaurants. So to restaurants, once you add a plan, you can offer them various features like trending. So you can give them an option to appear on top of the website and the app. And for customers, you can give them the features like free delivery. So if someone buys this package on a weekly or a monthly basis, then they will have free deliveries on their orders. And here you see all your customers. So these are all the users on the platform, and once you click a user, you also have the option to give them access to multiple vendors and give them access to different sections of the admin panel. So to using this as an example, we will give this user the permission to this restaurant called Golden Spoon, and so as we have given this user the permission, if you refresh, you will see that the user already has permission to dashboard, orders, vendors, promos, various accounting sections, and their restaurant Golden Spoon. So this access has been given, and once we log in with this user, you will see that they only have access to the relevant sections, and that is the vendor panel. Next, we have the product reviews section, so which has all the reviews that have been submitted, and here you see all the orders. So these are all the past orders that have been placed on the system. So we will test with orders, and so this is how an order looks like. So here are all the products, their add-ons and categories. These are the different statuses. So you can accept the order, and then it proceeds with, the system that allocates the drivers. So the task has been allocated, and then it will be assigned to a driver and it will go, and we will discuss that as we go. And so this is how an order looks like. You have the option to print this order as well. And so ending the admin panel walkthrough with the dashboard. So here are all the important key metrics of the platform and your analytics at a glance, and all the areas that people have been ordering from and your top categories. So this was our very powerful admin panel which powers our mobile app and our website. Now, as we have accepted this order will go to our last mile delivery management solution, which is Royo Dispatch, and it comes with its own agent apps to manage last mile delivery. So let's shift to that. Royo Dispatch panel finally, and here on the dashboard you see various pickup and drop off tasks and the agents with their operating system and battery levels. Also on the left you see various delivery teams and various agents and their tasks as well, and you can reorder them here as well. And moving next, we will start with the profile section and we will walk through all the different sections briefly. In the profile section, we have the logo and shortcode and other basic information, and the time zone is important here as well for push notifications to work perfectly. Then we have our customize section where you have the light theme and dark theme for the admin panel, similar to the orders panel. Then there are multiple other options like terms and conditions, privacy policy. We have the date format selector, and there is the nomenclature for agent. You can call it a driver or a service provider or a rider, however it works for you. Here you set the base currency for the platform and the units that you want to use for the platform. Then we have our task completion proofs. As you saw in the demo, we had image and signature enabled for pickup and drop off. You have further proofs like notes, barcode scanner, OTP, which is sent to the user, and the user has to confirm the OTP to the driver to approve the order. There is the face proof as well, and you can set them to required as well. Here are the different teams for our agents, and then you can set these variables about their levels and location frequency and also the tags for these agents. Then coming to the agents, so here are the different agents. Here are their cash collected, order earning, and the amount they have earned, and their final balance and other key metrics. And when we talk about agent, we have their name, contact number, and their team, and also their tags. So these tags are very important. They help in assigning different types of tasks to different types of drivers. Here are additional bonus fields. These are editable from the configure section where you can add more fields for the driver to sign up and maintain data for. Then we have payout requests for the drivers. So the driver on their app can place orders and all the pending requests will show up here. Currently we have none. Going forward, here are the payout options for the agents. So the agents have the ability to add funds to the account as well, and also to withdraw funds as well. So they can withdraw to their bank account or through Razorpay, and we can add more payment gateways as necessary. Then we have various geofences. So we divide our drivers in geofences. So whenever an order comes, it is given to all the agents in that certain geofence. One driver can be part of multiple geofences as well. And you can edit the geofence here, and you can manage drivers here, and you can select them by team as well. Then we have our auto allocation algorithms. In auto allocation algorithms, you have your acknowledgement type where you want the driver to either accept or reject the task, or just acknowledge where he does not have the option to reject the task. And you can enable auto allocation here. Here you set the number of retries, you set the allocation reminder time, the time given to each user for the request, and maximum tasks a person can have. So if someone has more than 20 tasks, they will not be sent a notification. And same goes for the radius and cash at hand. So if someone has a lot of cash at hand through cash on delivery orders, you do not want them to get any more orders. And there are 4 algorithms. Going one by one, we have an algorithm where all the tasks are given sequentially to all the users. Then we have the send to all options. So notification is sent to all users in that geofence. So it is important to have users, the drivers in the geofence. Then we have batch wise, where there are concentric circles with the start radius and increment radius and a maximum batch size to give notifications to various drivers. And then we have round robin, in which the tasks are given to the drivers which have the least number of tasks. And then moving forward, we have pricing rules. So to calculate the pricing rule for each task, you can create multiple pricing rules for different areas, and you can set base price, base duration, base distance. So this is the default one. Otherwise, if you create, you can select a geofence, a team tag, and a driver tag to create a pricing rule. And you can have different commissions based on if the driver is an employee or a freelancer, and there are different commissions, fixed and percentage wise. Next, we have our configure panel. Here you set up your map, SMS, email, your Zendesk support for your drivers, and here is an API key for your dispatch panel, which you will need to integrate this with the Royo orders panel to provide tasks. You can also have your dispatch panel on a custom domain, and then you have your FCM server key for push notifications, and there are more fields for the driver, so you can add as many fields as you want, and there are referral packages for the driver as well. And then moving forward, we have basic analytics for the platform, where you can see a heat map of the top tasks that have been generated in your area. And then moving quickly to the next section, we have different notifications, so you can decide which notifications are sent to the customer or the recipient. And then we have our managers, and you can create multiple managers and assign them different sections in the admin panel. So there is another much more detailed video of the Royo dispatch panel which you can watch, where we have gone through every component in detail. And so there are multiple updates coming to the Royo dispatch panel as well. So that is all for Royo dispatch for now.
Now with this, we come to the end of the demo. Thanks for sticking till the end. Our solution offers all the important features that you need to build an app like Grubhub, Talabat, Uber Eats or DoorDash. And the best part, we offer custom development to build unique features unique to your idea. We will be back with more demos in the future. So till then, take care and keep bringing new ideas.